Britann coin. In 1587, William Camden's momentous work, Britannia, sought to restore antiquity to Britain and Britain to his antiquity. Camden's topographical and historical survey of the island saw him visit the abounding lead mines of the Mendip Hills. According to his report, close to the famed Wookey Hole and during Henry VIII's reign, an oblong plate of lead was found with the inscription Tiberius Claudius, Caesar, Augustus Germanicus, Pontifex, Maximus Tribunicia, Potestate Aethin, Imperatoris Sixteenths de Britannia. Patently inspired by his evidential knowledge of Dio's recent and popular publication, Camden asks leave to hypothesize on the likely appearance of coinage issued during the same year as the lead plate. His resultant areolation speculation conceives that the legend would read Tiberius Claudius Caesar Augustus Germanicus Pontifex Maximus Tribunician power for the 7th time, Imperator for the 16th time, Pater Patriae Optimus Consul Severum Sevorum. Similarly, he imagines that the relief would depict a triumphal arch, surmounted by an equestrian statue between two trophies, with Dii Britann inscribed across the architrave. Camden made absolutely no claim to have found or even seen such a coin, but rather presented a hypothesis based on the extant and renowned legend and relief of the Dii Germania coins of Nero Claudius Drusus. Camden's unambiguous areolari appears to have been overlooked by some subsequent antiquarians who mistakenly construed that the coin had actually existed and had been discovered nearby the lead plate. Unsurprisingly, no such coin is recorded, despite the relative commonness of Claudian coins across Somerset at the time. In fact, contemporary reports appeared infinitely more fascinated with the plate of lead fixed into a stone, with some speculating that it could be one of Dio's victory arches. Mercifully, and before long, the British Archaeological Association rejected these monumental absurdities. By 1875, it had clarified that the tabula found at Wookey bears the stamp of the Emperor Claudius, a D49, and the letters de Britann, simply because it is the product of a British mine. Furthermore, it was no trophy at all, but simply a plate, lamina, or tabula of lead, bearing the imperial stamp like those found at Charterhouse, only of an earlier date. Camden's hypothetical coin and the unassuming plate of lead from the Mendip mines exemplified Dio's effect on the appropriation of irrelevant archaeological finds since his publication in 1548. Within a century, Camden's conjectured coin was cynically interwoven into the reimagining of Ligorio's record of the Aqua Virgo's arches at the Piazza di Sciarra. Long before Camden's numismatic nonentity miraculously materialized alongside the invented inscription, skilled artisans had been forging ancient coins for the flourishing fake market of the Renaissance. In 1844, the Royal Numismatic Society chronicled the most skillful and successful of these forgers, John Cavino and Alexander Bassiano, whose productions, known under the term Paduan, are to be found in all parts of the world where the science of numismatics is cultivated. By no means pioneers in the craft, Cavino and Bassiano are nonetheless notable examples who were producing immaculate imitations on a significant scale by 1540. They mimic techniques used by Michelangelo and other Renaissance artists, which distress their impressive forgeries. The talented forgers achieve this goal through subjecting their coins and medals to a chemical preparation which has worn down the freshness of the primitive work in order to deceive. Similar expertise was exercised by Michael d'Urville in Florence, where he counterfeited all kinds of ancient coins and medals. An 1834 publication of William Henry Smith naively acknowledges that the medals of Claudius are easily procurable. However, he admits that they suffer from a significant peculiarity, that the date of the tribunician power is omitted from the legends. The Art Journal, some 30 years later, candidly observed the abundance of forged coins and skilled artisans who doctored medals and coins to make rare varieties. The author of the article lamented that the practice of forgery is so extensive, and the evil has been practiced so very long, that he can do no more than slightly touch upon its dishonesty. The weight of the famed D. Britann coin of Claudius gives further reason to doubt its authenticity. Miriam Griffin explains that the aureus was reduced from the Republican standard of 40 to the pound to 45 by Nero, decreasing the coin's weight from 8.19 grams to 7.28 grams. The supposed D.E. Britann example, housed in the British Museum, weighs 7.7 grams and conforms to neither standard. The coin's hypothetical origin, peculiar weight, unique legend, inexplicable rarity, amongst an evident abundance of Claudian coins, and appearance during a prolific period for Paduan copies, is disconcerting. The convenience of its alleged discovery, alongside the supposedly salvaged and fortuitously fragmentary inscription of Dio's imagined triumphal arch, is incredible. It appears conclusive that the archaeology which has been subsequently appropriated to endorse and perpetuate Dio's duplicity is utterly spurious. Neither it nor Dio warrant any serious consideration in the investigation into the genesis of Britain's history with Rome.